guess so.
We'll figure to back you up, don't worry.
Okay.
Where are you guys from? Like, state, if you're in the US. I know someone's in, like, England or something.
Oh, I'm in Nevada. I'm in Las Vegas. So.
Nice.
Okay, we are live, I believe.
Alrighty. Well, hi everyone. Welcome to Heather's Online. We're streaming to kind of just give you a feel for some of the people that are going to be a part of this great project. We're very excited to be here, and we're very excited to take requests or questions or anything you guys might want to throw our way. Alrighty, let's start with introductions. Do you want to go first?
Okay, hi, my name is Bella. I go by BW Creations Online. I'm a promotional artist for the project. So I'll be doing like promotional posters, I believe, mainly. So yeah.
Nice. Hi, my name is Diego. I have several last names because I'm very Mexican. I am one of the ensemble members. I'm a vocalist for this project. And I'm just about to start college. I am a prospective musical theater BFA. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Sounds good. And then my name is Steph, and I am one of the concept artists. So I'm going to mostly work behind the scenes, but kind of help give you guys a good look for the show.
Nice.
Artist.
I just found the YouTube video. I think I'm here. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Nice.
Right. And it looks like we have a big crowd. Does anybody have any suggestions, song suggestions, or drawing suggestions? Anything pops in your head? Let us know.
Yeah. Wow, this is fun.
Alrighty, it looks like we are off to a good start. Alrighty.
Oh, how did you guys get interested in the project? How did you guys find out about it?
Yeah. Oh, is this us or them?
I think I saw a question in the stream, but just more in general. I'm curious.
Candy stories. I'm so. You mean? Are you asking like us, like the people?
Yeah.
Oh, my friend. I was singing in my church choir. I'm not too religious, but I still sing there. And my friend was like, "Hey, I'm auditioning for Heathers," and I was like, "Oh, break a leg." I was in a production of Heathers before, and then my friend was like, "I'm auditioning. It's online," and I was like, "Oh my goodness, I'd love to like figure out more about this." So I sent in an audition reel. I did not think I was going to get in a million years, and then here I am.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Well, I've been following the creator of our show really on Tumblr for a while, so I saw the advertisements of it on there first, and I've been a really avid fan of the musical. I've been and the movie. I saw the musical first, but then when I finally watched the movie, I just fell in love with it, and so I sent my application. I actually didn't think I got it, and then just about a week or two ago, I got accepted in. So I'm pretty new to the project myself, but I'm really excited to be here and just kind of see where we go with this.
Me too. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm similar. I found out about the project. I'm really active in the fandom, I suppose. I follow an artist named Scribs on Tumblr, and they had done a poster for it, and then that's how I got in. And I had originally auditioned as an animator, and that wasn't something I got, and I got accepted as a promotional artist around 3 weeks ago. So I'm kind of new to it too. I'm just trying to figure it all out.
Nice.
Yeah.
How does the art part of the project work? I know I'm very unattached. I'm just like very on the vocalist end of things. How does that work?
I think it's gonna depend on like what type of artist, because I believe there's people just doing like the storyboards for it, and then I think we're animating the entire thing, I believe.
That's so cool. Yeah, I saw a clip of some of the animations, and I was like fascinated. This is gonna be incredible.
Yeah, it's really cool that how many different types of people and artists are involved in it. Yes, of course.
just trying to read these comments and get through it.
There's a movie or musical question. Which one do you guys prefer?
I prefer the musical personally. It's, I don't know, I think they're both really charming in their own way.
I really like the movie, but my favorite thing actually, when I did the musical before, I read like the whole script and I even read the director's notes. My favorite, I love the musical a lot more because of the creation process of it. Because the whole point of a musical is like feeling so many emotions that you like have to sing about it. And the whole point of Heathers the movie is like Veronica and JD like are very emotionless, you know, and very like I forgot the word. Yeah, very blank. I forgot the word. But the creation process behind the show was like, if I can write "Freeze Your Brain," which was JD's song, if I can write a song about such an apathetic character, such a dark and apathetic character, then I can do the whole show. And like going through that process and like just acting in general, I love the musical more. I think I'm very biased, but I love it so much.
Well, that's perfectly all right. That's a pretty good answer too. I think I'm gonna have to swim against the current here and say, and it surprised myself, but I actually prefer the movie. I saw the musical first and absolutely got completely obsessed with it. And actually when I first saw the movie, I was so used to the characterization and everything from the musical that I was actually kind of put off by how different the movie was in comparison. But I did a little bit more reading on the characters, kind of understood it, and I went back and watched the movie again and really liked it a lot more. I thought it was more interesting how JD and Veronica are so morally ambiguous, and how, as much as I love how fleshed out JD is in the musical, I think his character is pretty interesting and different in the movie too. And it's interesting seeing how he pushes Veronica from a completely different standpoint compared to the movie. But plus the characterization of the Heathers too, I feel like, well, we got more fleshed outness for JD and Martha. I actually feel like we kind of lost a little bit of that in the musical, and you see a more human side to both Heather Chandler and Heather Duke that really make the characters unique and strong in the movie too. But I still personally love both, so.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, I love the movie for all the same reasons. I just, like I said before, I'm very biased towards the musical. I just love belting and stuff.
Plus, like, all the songs in the musical are great too. Like, I love that. There's not a single song in there that I hate. The closest would maybe be "Shine a Light," but even still, like, I won't turn it off if it comes on.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because they're obviously based off the same source material, but they're so different in terms of the interpretation of them, and that's like, unique because that you can have a difference in like, oh, I like the movie because of this, or I like the musical because of this, because they're so different. I find that interesting. That
it really is too. Like they're kind of like. I would even consider them, because they are such separate, like they're best when they're standalone and separated from one another. Like they almost kind of act like AUs in a little bit, with just how differently done they are. But looking in the comments, Honey Lemon, which is a really cute username by the way, asked us about what some of our favorite songs might be.
From the show?
From the musical.
Yeah. Well, you go first.
For me, it would probably be "Me Inside of Me." I don't know. I like it. It's not necessarily the most like catchy song, I suppose, but I find it interesting, mostly because of the look on Heather Chandler and whatnot.
Yeah. I honestly, "Kindergarten Boyfriend" without fail will make me cry to no avail. And if I had to like sing like any Broadway backwards song, it would be "Kindergarten Boyfriend" because I love that song. But my favorite song would probably be "Fight for Me." Actually, it's so nice. It's just so pleasant to listen to, and like it's one of those songs. Like when I listen to musical songs, the reason I love them so much is you can envision the beats you play as you're listening to them, and like there's more of a story. It's not just like lyrics that are beautiful and make you feel them. It's like you get into the song and you're like thinking about it from that point of view. And that song, because it's so distracted by like the slow motion fighting scene, if you really think about like what Veronica's doing and like the beats she's playing, they're gorgeous, and it's just so interesting to like listen to it and be like, how would you play this? And I love that song.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great answer. I'm actually gonna have to go with Dead Girl Walking. It was the first song I heard that exposed me to the musical, and it was so different than most songs you hear. It's like one of the few songs where the girl actually talks. So it was surprising, and honestly, I found myself binging that song, and that's what got me into the musical. Plus, I love how it plays into the reprise of Dead Girl Walking, and how the two songs parallel each other too. I think it's really fun how they were able to do that. I'm a sucker for reprises as well.
Me hecking. Someone mentioned the reboot. Has anyone seen the commercial for that?
I watched the Heather's Television reboot.
What reboot? I don't know what reboot you guys are talking about. A reboot? What? No.
Yeah. So because I'm very uninformed.
Oh, okay. I'm actually really interested in the inside. So Paramount has made a reboot of Heathers. It's a television show, and it takes place in modern day, and it is a very drastic, different interpretation. Opinions vary throughout the fandom. It isn't highly enjoyed, but in my opinion, I think it just needs to be viewed as its own content. And opinions aside on it, I think it's right. I don't want to get attacked for that, but I think it was right. But yeah, the comments are online.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's I think I could be confused. There's like the gay Heather. Let me look this up. It looks so good. I was so excited.
Yeah, it depends on how you do it. It just kind of varies from person to person. If anyone else in like the comments who are watching aren't familiar with it, I do suggest doing your research on it and looking up the videos. And yeah, it's by Paramount, so it's not really hard to find at this point.
I don't know what reboot you guys are talking about. Like, you guys mentioned it, but it kind of just like, I don't know, something happened and I just couldn't hear any of that. So I'm just going to pretend there isn't a reboot and live in bliss, you know?
Very acceptable. I'm trying to find some questions within this comment section. The trailer was alright, Spork person. I thought it was good.
I saw someone ask, will the project be fully animated or will it lean on the animatic side? I believe it's going to be fully animated if I'm not wrong. There are animatic artists, but and then it will be animated.
Nice. Powerful Veronica.
Hey guys, is my mic working?
Yes, you're working.
Okay, hi. Just logging on now. So,
Thespian Peacock?
Yes. So for those, my name is JC, or online I go by Thespian Peacock a lot of the times, and I am the speaking voice of Martha Stock in Heathers Online.
Nice.
Cool.
Happy to join.
Someone said be more chill. I just know Michael and that.
Oh my.
Martha's best girl, and I agree.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, Bean 707 LOL.
And Just Monica wants to know, who is your favorite Heather?
Oh dear. Okay. So,
I'll take this. I think.
I mean, Heather McNamara, usually, just because she thinks she's the sweetest, but and she's got some funny lines. So for me personally, Heather McNamara, just the random thing she says.
For me, it's gonna have to be Mac too. I love her character overall. I'm just so attached to her. But they're all really interesting, and Heather Duke would have to be a close second.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with Chandler. I just love how bitchy she is. Like I love how she owns up to it, and she's just like full blown that. It's just, I mean, I don't love her as a person. Like if I met her, I'm sure I wouldn't be like, wow, what a great gal. But like, I really love the character, just like the impact she has in the show, and how like bold of a choice she is, and like Heather's would not be the same without her at all.
Yeah.
100%.
And who doesn't love Candy Store? It's just wins. So
And I think I'm gonna have to go with Duke, or specifically Movie Duke, I should emphasize. One, I love the actress, and I think her interpretation of the character, she just makes Duke so cute in the movie. And just the way her character, like, she's not, like, you can tell she's not a bad person, and she kind of gets pushed into trying, but she's kind of just an example of what happens when you're in someone's shadow all your life and you don't really kind of figure out how to stand for yourself. And I think she's a really interesting character, and plus I'm just horribly biased. I love the actress.
mm-hmm.
That plays in.
I saw someone ask, "What's your favorite musical besides Heather's?"
Ooh, I might be able to take this. I might be able to kick this off. Or Thespian Peacock, you have a name for this question, I think.
Oh, really? Oh, wait. You think I have an answer?
So if not, I can start off.
Yeah, I can go first. I love a whole bunch of different musicals. The one that I always say is my absolute favorite, and I think it's so underappreciated, and it's totally different than Heather's. So don't expect something completely like Heather's. It's Jane Eyre the musical for me. People don't love it as much as I think it deserves because it's just the traditional story. But for me, the music is like epic for me. So I always label that as my personal favorite just because I think it's underappreciated. So I want to give it all the love that I can. So
that's a good one. I didn't even know that Jane Eyre had a musical.
It does. Wow. Yeah, I think it was like in 2003 or something. I'm not sure. So I recommend listening, but it's definitely, if you like more upbeat songs, it's not for you. But I enjoy it. But I'm also a huge fan of the specific Jane Eyre story. So I think that's also lends to me being obsessed with this musical. But yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'll take it. I think I'd have to go with Next to Normal.
Yes.
So beautifully intricate, and the words. I mean, the message of there's a couple of lyrics in the finale. The light that first off got the worst year of my absolute life. Absolute worst year of my life. There you go. That's the proper phrasing. But give me clouds and rain and gray. Give me pain if that's what's real. It's the price we pay to feel. And then you find out you don't have to be at all to be happy you're alive. That is gorgeous because all of these emotions are a part of life, and with the highs come the lows. And I just love the overall theme of the music, of the lyrics, and I think she just has such a beautiful message, and it's just great. Beautiful.
It was always one of my shows that I would love to do, but I have the voice more for Natalie, but I'm way too tall to be Natalie. You can have a tall Natalie, but I just look older, and so that was one of my biggest crushing moments as an actress, where it was you can't really realistically play Natalie, and I died.
I'm the opposite.
I think if there's an online musical, that won't be able to stop you.
No, there we go. But I'm talking, community theater, online casting call. I know plenty of actresses that could be Natalie, way better. But yeah.
For me, I have far too many. But
same.
I really I guess my favorites is probably gonna have to be like Mamma Mia, or I love Mamma Mia. I just grew up with it, so it has that place in my heart. Heather's will always be my favorite, but besides that, I'm blanking right now, but I really like Bring It On, the musical. It's more
I've never listened to that.
It's the menu of mine. I didn't know that until recently.
Yeah. Bring It On, it's way different than the movie. Like, it's like even more than like Heather's and musical different. Like, Bring It On, it's completely different. Like, the character names aren't the same. It's different. It's a really
okay. I haven't taken the time to listen to it. That's just my bad.
Yes, with the sequel coming out, it sounds like it's time to check it out too.
Yeah.
Wait,
the trailer
for Mamma Mia?
Yeah,
I've seen Mamma Mia. I'm obsessed with Mamma Mia. I thought we were talking about Bring It On.
Right, we were. I'm sorry. I had a space there for a sec.
No, I love Mamma Mia. There was a theater thing on Facebook going around of people, what's your favorite? What's your guilty pleasure show? All these, what's the show that you hate the most? Those questionnaires that you fill out on Facebook. And Mamma Mia was one of my guilty pleasure show. Don't tell Elsie. So Elsie, who plays our Heather Chandler, hates Mamma Mia because I remember her just totally ripping into Mamma Mia and me being like, run away! Don't read mine.
Man.
I'm gonna have to let you guys down with my. I'm gonna have to go with Shrek the Musical.
Oh.
No, I'm totally just kidding.
I love Shrek. Why is that a joke?
But it's like a joke. It's like a meme in the theater community, I think. Like, we're doing Shrek next season or something.
Really?
Yeah.
From what I gathered, it was kind of like the Nickelback of musical.
What? First time hearing about it. I hear a whole bunch of jokes, but I've never felt like that Shrek was personally ever attacked. But maybe I'm just oblivious to this.
Oh my god, that's the best analogy I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, you sweet summer child. I'm sorry. I ruined it for you. I actually will have to say, I am personally a creature of nostalgia, so I'm going to have to go with my childhood favorite, which I'm still a little bashful about admitting. But when I was 4, the very first musical I watched and felt absolutely in love with was Cats. And
yes!
Thank you.
I feel like Cats is the one, and I understand why. Cats is the one that gets totally ripped a new one all the time by the theater community, that don't appreciate the different elements on it. But my 3 that started me out in musical theater, you had the VHS tapes and stuff. I had Cats, I had Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, and I had Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And so I just have personal, I don't care. I understand, the flaws in them, but I'm like, no, this got me into musicals, and it was a childhood favorite. I don't care how, bad, well, Cinderella is perfect, but I don't care how bad it is. I love them, and you can't make me hate them. I'm sorry.
No, same here, exactly. I only had the Cats VHS tape. So my poor parents, I think I played that so often. And we had a little white cat, and she hated it too, because I'm sure every time Victoria came out, the little white lady did her ballet sequence, I would bring out our cat and try to force her to dance along. And I just, I love that musical so much. Even though the story makes no sense, since it's just a compilation of random poems, I still absolutely love it. I also, some of my art style, my more ink-focused stuff, is more based off of Edward Gorey's artwork, and he did the illustrations for T.S. Eliot's Book of Practical Cats. That is the poems that the musical Cats based off of.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I just personally have a vendetta against Andrew Lloyd Webber. I mean, Phantom,
a lot of them do.
I think his music, it's great music. I just like Starlight Express. There's so much. I just can't.
I understand. I understand it when people, and sometimes I listen to things and I go, oh, okay. But I have personal. At least I can't touch cats, and I can't touch Joseph. What else can't I touch? I like Phantom of the Opera, so I don't touch that. Love Never Dies is a different story, but
Oh my goodness, Love Never Dies. I feel like that was just Andrew Lloyd Webber's last desperate attempt of bringing Sarah Brightman back. I am absolutely convinced that was like his last straw. Like, you know how when what was the guy who sang Blurred Lines when he screwed up and he busted out that whole album to try to get his wife back? That's the equivalent of what Love Never Dies was for Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Oh my goodness, that's a roast and a half.
wow.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm reading the comments of the people that are talking on the YouTube, and I guess Jessica Keenan will be Tanya and Mamma Mia too.
Yes.
I didn't know that. What? Yes.
Because Mamma Mia 2 is a prequel. So
Yeah. Well, I knew that they were doing the prequel. I just didn't recognize her in the. I'm so excited. Okay. Well, I'm excited for everybody. Yay! I'm reading through the comments. A lot of Mamma Mia love. Amazing Game says, "Gotta love Little Shop of Horrors." Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
I forgot a musical. Another, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but The Prom is a very new, good musical. I suggest it. 10 out of 10.
Nice. I'll give it
I've
a
heard of
listen.
that.
Yeah. I'm looking at the Discord. Oh, sorry, my dogs are going insane.
You're fine.
I was looking at the Discord questions, and someone asked, "What Hogwarts houses do you guys think the characters would be sorted into?"
Ooh, the character.
Martha is a Hufflepuff.
Can we do what you would be, like you personally would be, and then like what characters? Can we all go through like our own houses and then like?
Yeah, let's do the characters first, though, because that's the exciting one.
Let's
Yeah. Well, I fully, and there's no question about it, that Martha is a Hufflepuff.
Yes.
And JD's a Slytherin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think just because she's the protagonist would be Gryffindor.
No, I don't know. I think for us it might be more Ravenclaw, maybe.
Ravenclaw.
Slytherin.
She's an in-between. She could be either or. So I guess it would just be her decision.
Yeah, it's a
That,
flip.
you know, that takes your choice into consideration.
She's the Hogwarts switch.
Yeah.
Chandler and Duke both Slytherins.
Yeah.
Both very ambitious. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think that Chandler might be Gryffindor just because of how abrasive she is, and she's not afraid of anything at all. I think she's the definition of courage, and that's why she holds such a powerful stance in the school, or such a powerful presence, I should say.
She also looks red.
That's true. That's true. Maybe that's where the bias stands.
Yes, I got it working. This is Zan. Xanthera, I'm here.
Hi.
I'm still trying to actually make my way to where the stream is because I don't have a drop. I don't have a drop pile account because I'm a loser.
No worries. We're all new here.
Do you want to introduce yourself and say what you're doing on the project?
Yes. Hi, I'm Xanthera, and I am playing Principal Gowan and Mrs. Sweeney.
Nice.
Awesome.
Let's just all reintroduce ourselves because like a lot of new people have joined. Do you want to go in order or from the
From
Discord?
the top of the chat.
From the top of the list, so me.
Yeah.
So hi guys, my name is JC online on YouTube and everything else. I go by Thespian Peacock, and I am the speaking voice of Martha Denstock.
Nice.
Over.
Hi, my name is Bella. I go by BW Creations online, and I'm a promotional artist for the project.
Hello, my name is Diego. I go by DEVGBCA online. Those are my initials. And I am an ensemble member in this production of Heathers.
All right.
Alrighty. My name is Steph. I am one of the concept artists for the production of Heather, so I'll be working in the background.
All right, and I'm Xanthera. I'm playing Like I said, I'm Principal Gowan and Mrs. Sweeney. That would be Ram's mom. We changed the genders.
Nice. Oh, that's
We did. Yeah. Is that the end of? Yeah.
That is the end of
Oh, you know what we should have done? We should have included our houses with our.
Oh,
You want to go through one more time? Just throw them out there.
in order? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
In
not-
order, so Thespian Peacock is Ravenclaw, most likely. I get Gryffindor in all the tests, but I really think I would be Ravenclaw, personally. So.
I'm a proud Hufflepuff, so that's my house.
Yes.
I'm a Hufflepuff as well, 110%.
Plot twist, I'm a Huffly Puffly.
I'm a Gryffindor, and I'm very much a Neville Gryffindor because for so long I thought it was going to be a Hufflepuff.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
Have you guys? Have any of you guys also had like a house you expected yourself to be in, but then you took the Pottermore quiz and got the exact opposite or something different?
Me saying I'm Ravenclaw and I keep getting Gryffindor, and which is no problem. But I mean, it's bad to say I'm offended because I'm not offended. That's a great house. And I would, I just don't think technically that I would fit in that house. So that's one where I think I still vote myself Ravenclaw.
Gotcha. On the Pottermore quiz, there was like a couple of questions that I was like, I could choose either answer. One I got Slytherin and one I got. So, I wasn't expecting to get Slytherin, but I definitely side more with Hufflepuff side of me.
And honestly, I've always known I've been a Hufflepuffer, but I found it so hilarious. My boyfriend lived his entire life convinced he was Slytherin, took the quiz, got Gryffindor, and had a full-on existential crisis over it.
Yes, I agree.
Oh, that was me. I thought I was a Hufflepuff, and I went on Pottermore the first time. That was, years ago when the site was a completely different layout and Ilvermorny didn't exist at all. And suddenly I got Gryffindor. I'm like, this has to be a mistake. I'm the biggest chicken on the planet.
Yeah.
So very much a Neville thing. Like, I'm sure he thought I can't remember. Did he ever say in the books that he thought he should have been in Hufflepuff?
Oh, I haven't read the books. I wouldn't be able to tell you.
I don't think he said it. I'm not sure.
No, I think he works as a Gryffindor. I don't think Gryffindor really just settles level of competence. Because I read one post and I thought it had a really good breakdown about how our Gryffindor is kind of just like a combination of people who could have been in any of the houses. Like you have Hermione, who could have very easily been Ravenclaw, and then Ron, who could have been Hufflepuff, and Harry, who
Slytherin.
exactly. So it's also at the end of the day, your Gryffindor house is determined by the choices you'll make at the end of the day.
That was probably it. It was very much in that sort of way that Neville really thought, like, I'm not brave, I can't be in Gryffindor, and then it turns out to be completely untrue. So I'm still waiting for that moment.
It'll happen.
Oh wait, no, what am I thinking? No, I had that moment. This must have been like my third semester of college. I was in an acting course, and one of the students got really rowdy to the point where I jokingly said, because I had just gotten out of my weeb phase in high school, and I said, dude, come on, just leave her alone. And he was really harassing this girl. I said, leave him alone, I'll just stab you with my pencil. And he gets all, takes it super seriously, and he was, 2 heads taller than me, and he's starting to say, what are you doing? I'm like, I can defend myself. And he's getting up in my face, and then I suddenly remember, wait, why am I scared? I finally remember, I'm a black belt, and I have the right to defend myself. And then it got heated, and then the professor goes, all right, enough. You, and he points at the other guy, get out of my class. And then as he escorted him to the dean's office, the rest of the class started applauding me.
Awesome.
And then I immediately burst into tears, like, oh my god, that just happened.
Here's a question. Have any of you guys seen Heather's Lie before? Like the musical in person?
No, I wish.
I didn't get tickets when there was don't want to say So it wasn't. It was like a local production, but it was like higher up. Like, you know, it was a theater that paid you. So, but it's not regional. I don't know what it is, but there was a really good production that happened in Portland, and I missed it. Yeah, but I've seen like online versions, but never live.
Yeah, there was one that I found out about. It had happened several months before I got into it. Get off my desk, cat. And then, but recently I was able to go and see them. They did that same troupe full of just teenagers did Be More Chill a couple of months ago, so that was pretty cool. But then I went there and I saw the poster on the wall for Heathers, and I'm like, I didn't know that I wasn't into Heathers when they did it, so I just missed it.
Yeah, I actually saw it the night before I got accepted into this project, so I was kind of considering it my good luck charm right now. I went with some friends to see a high school production, and oh my gosh, I didn't know high schoolers could. They were really good. I was so impressed. Like, honestly, when I was in high school, I couldn't even order a sandwich at Subway without tripping over myself. Still can't really, but those kids, that Veronica was amazing. Nice. I thought it was really impressive. Although I kind of feel bad for her, and I feel bad saying it, but the JD at times was a little bit on the cringy side. Not his.
Happens a lot.
Yeah, not even his singing. His singing was great, but oh, that poor boy. Like, you know how in movies they joke about like the awkward kiss scene where the guy's mouth is full open?
Oh God!
You saw that happening from the audience, and you just felt so bad for that Veronica.
Yeah, we all have that as actors.
I'm so sorry for you,
audience members.
Yeah.
How do you handle that? Like,
I love making out on stage. Usually
ignore that guy. No, just kidding.
Yeah, hear me out. I am very homosexual, right? So like when it comes to I always make out with girls on stage because like of course my school or like because I'm in high school, I'm a senior, but my school or like productions outside don't really have gay productions, so I always end up making out with the girl, and like I'm usually really good friends with that girl. Like I'm a very personal person, so like I try to like make friends with like my fellow actors and etc. So like making out with them is such a blast. Like one time in my JD of Heathers, I was playing JD and we were blocking Dead Girl Walking. And my director is very like conservative, so she had me do most of like the more raunchy blocking in Dead Girl. And at some point we were blocking it, and I got on top of and Veronica got on top of me for the Love This Dead Girl, yeah, and I farted. And I just kind of like she was really close to me, and I kind of just whispered in her. I was like, it kind of like lost it. And it was like the time we were like showing the rest of the cast of the blocking for Dead Girl because we were working for ourselves with the ensemble string stuff, and it was just a great experience.
Oh my God!
I love any sex or making out or anything on stage. I think it's just the biggest blast, and you get so into it.
Yeah, it depends on. So say you can be friends with said fellow actor. I've had it where I was doing Oklahoma and I was Ado Annie, and I loved my Ali Hakim, and I absolutely loathed my Will. And it was he was just really unprofessional, and he was really annoying, and I can't even describe, like, almost every single person in the show was like, I'm so sorry. And it was gross. He would even, like, I would be singing and we were supposed to kiss, and he would like lick his lips and stuff. And it was like, you know, where you're like trying not to gag inside. Or on stage, you're gagging inside, but like, so it's not always been a blast kissing. Usually it's really fun. But I'm also a really nervous person, and so I get really, like, I don't know, flustered, because for me, I haven't many, like, real life relationships, so really my only making out has been on stage, and I panic inside because I get so, like, I don't know what to do. And I mean, I get the roles, and so far no one has complained to me, but I still freak out. And so I don't know. So kissing isn't always a blast, just because of the inner freak out.
I got you.
I've never had a part where I got to make out with anybody on stage. I've yet to be cast as a romantic lead. There was one bit where it got kind of hot and heavy, but no kissing, and it was only suggestive because it just starts with like me and my partner of unspecified gender. I know because she used female pronouns, but we never figured out her ensemble part. But it was a scene with everybody cheating on everybody, and I just start unbuttoning her shirt, and then it ends, and that's as far as it ever got.
Yeah,
I've made out with one person, and that was my ex. That's the only person I've ever made out with.
Well, it's different for everybody. Sometimes, in that case, I would have enjoyed something more suggestive, not actually having to kiss that guy because he was really gross.
I'm just dreading the day I'm going to have to because, there you go, same. I'm gay as hell, and I'm just like, the most difficult task in any show I'm in is pretending that I am straight.
I love doing it. I'm doing it right now.
I say if you're in a musical and you have a really gross guy playing, or a gross chick playing your romantic interest, that throughout the entire rehearsals, you should just act like do the best Tina Belcher impersonation possible.
Oh,
Oh man, I love Bob's Burger. I'm upset that they took that shit off Netflix. Why would they do that? Why? What's the
point? You.
Oh
yes!
God.
I was. Oh, it's so frustrating. I was so excited for the next season, and then like it was just off, and I was like, "Excuse you?"
What, you mean we have to watch it on an actual television like peasants?
Or like Hulu. Apparently, you need Hulu. How? That's fucked up, man. Like, why would you?
I just invested in Hulu.
Oh,
Yeah.
Money. Listen, money is money. Damned.
right,
Yeah.
you're right.
You do what you gotta.
Money makes the world go round. Sorry.
Or you can just enjoy the life as a pirate's life for me.
There we go. Exactly.
You got Bob's Burgers on Hulu.
Pirates.
I'm mad at whoever gets Bob's Burgers when I don't. So, sorry, Alligator.
I see you seeing questions in the YouTube chat about people wanting to join the project, and I'm not a voice actor or anything, but our cast is full, I believe. So yeah, auditions are closed, and that's
Are we looking for more choreographers?
I believe so.
Really? Do you want to comment? Well, I think the Tumblr is still looking for choreographers to like choreograph some numbers for the animators to reference.
Right in the description, so if you want to check that out, click the link and like choreographers if you're interested.
Let me see. Lily's about to answer. I'm pretty sure we still are. I know we have one at least, but I think maybe not. She's not.
Who said it is very easy to interpret Denver walking as a Clark Gable trying to fend off a girl, and I think that's the most beautiful thing.
The moment in Love, Simon, where he runs into the bathroom and goes,
No spoilers. I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched it either. Don't spill.
No.
Don't spoil.
It's in the trailer. It's in the trailer. It's literally in the trailer.
Say it again. Sorry, I apologize. I freaked out.
Yes.
It's the one in the trailer that you see where he's in the bathroom and he texts his mom and he goes, "Come get me. Kids are drinking alcohol."
Movie was better than not disagree more.
I didn't see either that way.
I watched
I'm a,
emoji movie while we're not sober, and Boss Baby completely sober, and I hated emoji. So
You cried during Boss Baby?
I also cried at the end.
Ew. I
cried
cry
the
at animated movies all the time. I can't handle it.
I mean, Boss Baby was particularly a lot better than Storks. Storks just made me cry at the end because I was really emotional to see a lot of birds like doing their jobs, and I was like, "Wow, life goes on." I guess. Like, I don't know.
you know, what
I was just
made me cry at Storks was that little. You can't see it too well, but when they're handing the babies to their couples, there are a lot of interracial and same-sex couples in there,
yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah, I was living for it. I was like, "Come on, inclusivity, come on."
You had it.
There you go. It's just hard to say it fast. Oh man, I'm trying to find a good question in here. Since there's no good questions.
I'm scrolling through the feed. The J, I think, in Portland too. I think that's towards me because I said something about Portland.
Nice. We can all
Nice.
where we're from.
There.
We don't. No one has to be too specific.
No, you don't. Used to live, and I always generalized. I said that I lived in a neighboring city to Portland, so I still go back, and I just went and saw the Hamilton tour at Portland, and like that. But I still go back to Portland, but I moved across to the another city in Washington, so I'm much farther away now, but I still go back. But cool that you're from Portland.
Congratulations, Portland's great. Portlandia is a great show.
Yeah.
Beautiful city.
Yes. Oh, I don't know about the city. I have a shirt that says Portland, if that counts or something.
It does.
I'm just biased about it being pretty because I mean I love my city, but sometimes the view, if it's cloudy, you can't see the best part of the view, which is the mountains. I'm in Denver.
Yeah.
I'm in Florida. The highest place, like, we have like a hill that is literally the highest place.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
It's so funny talking to people who are from sea level coming to Colorado for the first time. I got to see John Mulaney a couple months ago, and the first thing he did when he come out on stage is, "How do you live here? There's no air."
Well, I'm originally from Mexico, so we visit all the time. We always climb the mountains. So I'm like, protested, but like, I just can't wait to get out of Florida. I mean, it's great, but the weather is constantly summer. But the coldest we get is 60 degrees, and it's so tiring.
I have the exact opposite. I'm from Washington, and it always rains.
Well, it brings me. I mean, like, the weather here. I mean, as every city, everyone complains about the weather being unpredictable.
Yeah.
But I think the weather here is especially unpredictable. It's just like hell.
For those that are commenting about our audio, we're streaming from a Discord, and so some of our mics break up. So I'm sorry about the audio. And it's not coming directly from YouTube, so there's going to be some glitches in that. I see a lot, and there's just nothing we can do about the audio. Sorry, guys. It's not necessarily our mics, the streaming Wi-Fi, if you will.
There is one thing I can fix, which is I still live with my family. I will be right back. I gotta tell them to be quiet.
Oh, we haven't heard them. Okay.
Well, what it's worth, you guys are in kind of interesting places. I'm in Sacramento, and there's nothing here except taxes and I live in Boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in
Portland
Vegas.
was the same.
Washington.
Oh, we're all from like larger cities.
Yeah, I'm in between Fort Lauderdale and Miami. So
Nice. Nice.
I was in California half the time. So.
Hey, yeah.
so nice.
I was in Portland, and now I moved, and now I'm in Spokane, and it's definitely, I did not move the direction I wanted to move. Spokane is in Washington. I need to escape.
Yeah. Are you? Yeah. No, man.
Okay.
Like, who has a cat?
Not me.
I
My
have
cat's sleeping next to me.
like.
Mine. Her name is Cabot.
Oh.
Wait, what? It's what?
That's my cat. Her name is Cabbage.
Cabbage. That's the cutest name ever.
Thing. She had a surprise litter of kittens on us, and so we Cabbage kittens, Cabbage Pat.
Oh,
Is adorable.
freaking cute.
The voice angel asked, "What's the Discord?"
I think
1 second.
Yes.
We have a one for not necessarily. There's no public chat or anything like that. It's just for updates. If you want to ask us questions, not specifically here on YouTube, but on the Discord, we will look at those questions. You can post like project art, things like that.
Yeah. You can also
know the link to that.
I don't have that, but you can also do the same Tumblr as well, going through our app box or just tagging us. If you tag Heather's Online on Tumblr, we'll be sure to see it.
That
Just search through the Tumblr, and you don't have to send in like a ask question that may potentially be answered. Maybe just search for the question, and you might be able to see the answer before asking it again. Always be certain characters. Our casting is full. If something happens and we don't have the cast anymore, or they need to leave the project, we would let you know via that. But other than that,
Yes.
everything's pretty full. I think we're just looking for choreographers. I saw somebody post a question or a statement saying something about animators, and I don't think we have any open animators right now. Am I being incorrect in that statement?
I saw a post on Tumblr, but I think I haven't checked it in a week or so,
Yeah.
so I'm not really sure. I would check anything though before applying.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
And we only have like one director, and I think she's the only one that is able to check the email. So
Yeah.
don't freak out when she doesn't answer your questions. She's one person. It's a lot.
2 weeks to get a reply, so I would be patient, guys.
Riley just said in the chat that we are always taking our applications via email. So
Thank you.
there you go.
Girls.
Is it Riley or really? It's Riley.
I was just about to ask.
I would say, really, am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean, someone said really, but like, I really think Riley is the name. Really, could you clarify? It's really, that's the same.
Still reading it. Are we saying it right? Am I saying it right? Is it really? Say yes or no.
Really is A, Riley is B. A or B.
A or B?
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting it right.
You just said yes.
A.
Really.
There was
Really?
it. Okay.
I respect
Clarifies it. Yay!
Okay. She really says that we're always taking art applications via email, concept artists, background artists, promo artists, and animators.
Nice. The White Angel wants to know what our favorite candies are.
As long as we're talking.
How could you ask such a question? It's candy. It's all good.
Yes, you're
Sour candy.
Ooh.
Sour candy. Sour Patch Kids.
that's good. Those are good. I wasn't introduced to them young enough, but they're quite good.
My birthday was recently, and my parents literally just got me a 2-pound bag of Sour Patch Kids.
You don't need that for your birthday. I mean, when I was living my life, I just went to Winco and like got those bags all the time.
Yeah, but I still,
Or Walmart, I guess.
but I still live with my parents, so like I'm not gonna look a gift.
Yeah. By the mother. I'm trying to be good and eating like that. So I can't just randomly go out, which is really. And you love dark chocolate.
A person with a culture.
Oh. Dark chocolate? Is that what you were saying?
Absolutely, 110%.
That's
Fine taste.
Yeah. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you.
It was somebody on Tumblr. I know it was one of my mutuals with it's chocolate. Milk chocolate needs to pick a side.
No! Chocolate is just the fat from cocoa added with milk and sugar. There's no actual cocoa in there. Why are you doing that? Milk chocolate is great, but it's not a chocolate, I don't think.
To quote the classic movie Coco, why do we have to choose sides? We have our side.
¿Por qué no los dos? Thank you very much. Bob Smith.
I wish I had a soundboard, but I don't. Because I would obviously use the rim shot.
Of course, there you go. I think rim shot is quite appropriate. Something wrong with the audio? Yes, there is something very wrong with the audio, but we can't do too much.
Yeah.
Part of it is if we all talk at the same time, that then we kind of overload the mics.
Jinky. That might be me. That might be 110%.
I don't know. And then we stop talking. What?
Does anyone here? I do speak Spanish, but sweet. I very much do.
I'm so
does
sorry.
anyone? Oh, it's fine. I love speaking Spanish. I mean, like, we're not allowed to speak English in my house, actually, and I'm very glad because, like, it's made us keep up with like the culture and everything.
I think it's very important to, know multiple languages. And I was one of those unlucky white girls that, like, just there's no culture in my family at all. And then in high school, where you take a foreign language, usually Spanish.
Yes.
Our Spanish teacher was like absolutely awful, and I knew it. And I said, I refuse to take it from you because you're going to teach me wrong, and I'm going to end up offending somebody, and it's going to be awful. And so I escaped high school without a foreign language. So that's my bad.
I mean, it's fine. English is good. It's the lingua franca. It will get you through life. I really do. It's a good language too. I mean, like, I love English poetry. I think because it's a mixture of so many languages, it has so many words that just derive from all different cultures. So, absolutely.
Honestly, I can't even pronounce some English words correctly, so I'd be terrified of buying another. If I were another language, it might be sign language for that very reason.
I hear that English is one of the most complicated.
It is. Well, if you want to talk about not being able to pronounce things when you read it, try French.
Oh, I love French. Don't you dare.
I love French, but it's also very much a hipster language because what was that one post? Like, here's a word. It has 11 letters. You pronounce 4 of them.
I love it.
I think Latin would be a good hipster language too.
Yes.
Like, I speak a dead language and I'll take that.
Oh, that's the most hipster language. You're absolutely correct.
Nice. I'm trying to teach myself Korean, at least to be able to like read Korean and stuff like that. But that only came from I like the language when I listen to it and I watch Korean dramas. So I was like, I want to learn this, but it hasn't succeeded.
I'm pretty sure everybody who had an anime phase had the same thing with Japanese.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know a few phrases and words in Japanese because of my weeboo phase in high school, and they won't leave my brain. They are burned in there forever.
That's okay.
I will say that's one benefit if you ever work a customer service job. And some of our customers, they get so happy if they have a long Japanese name, and your weebness is able to help you actually pronounce it right.
Yeah, that's
like that. So excited.
I'm pronouncing things, but not actually. The only phrase, I mean, like, I know please and thank you, but I'm gonna have to give context for this, aren't I? The only full long phrase I know how to say in Japanese is, "Excuse me, can you direct me to the nearest gay club?"
Very useful, and I need to be that on our own time, please.
That's funny.
Are there any questions that the commentees would like to know? Because if you'd like anything we haven't answered, because we'll just get those eventually, and like we'll answer those, and that'll give us some like material.
Fluffy Eyes asked if any of you voice actors are able to do impressions of other characters in character, or as the characters.
Such a loophole.
You mean like
Meta.
me doing Brian Darcy James as me doing like a character as Brian Darcy James as Shrek?
That's the first like thing you jump to is Shrek.
Oh, Brian Darcy James as Shrek is absolutely iconic is why. I can't do it myself, but I wish I had my friend here with me. She kills it. It's so hilarious. She literally spot on.
You'll have to record it and send us an audio.
Absolutely. I'll wait for the next live stream and I'll be like, this is my friend I mentioned from last time. Here you go.
What do they want though? So do they want? I'm a little confused by the question. Do they want you guys as the voice actor to just do the impression of a different person's character, or to do it while in character as the character you'll be playing?
I think what they meant by that is like, let's say like I know JD's voice actor is in here, but let's say like JD's voice actor is here, and they would be character as JD, and then he would try to do like an impression of Chandler in character, like you know what I mean, like a modern impression. I believe that is what they were referring to.
I will honestly say, as an actor, I hate improv. I am so not smart. So, like, please don't make me do it. I'm sorry, Fluffy. Whatever.
Me too. But on the other hand, the other thing is also that it would be very unprofessional for a principal to do impressions of her students.
Oh yes.
So
yes,
do it now. No.
You have a beautiful name, by the way. Is it Xanthera?
Oh, yes, it's Xanthera, and it's a relic from when I was 13 and first starting to make usernames that didn't have numbers in them, and I've been using that as a handle for years. If you see someone online that is Xanthera, it's probably me.
Oh,
yeah, you don't see that around.
Except for Twitter. Someone else got that before I could.
My Twitter... Wait, I'm not going to get into this, actually. Never mind. I have my stock username. It's DEVGDCA. It's all of my names. It's my initials, actually. There's more. You know.
Wow. Mine's Thespian Peacock, and that's a very popular meme for us actors. And that's totally why I got it. And so that's what I get confused. And a lot of the times it's gone.
Gotcha.
Or things like that, and I get confused with a lot of things. I'm like, no, I'm not the meme. I just liked the name.
You're right.
It was a good meme.
It was. I like it.
Are we telling reasons for our usernames?
Huh?
I don't know. I don't know how it ended up that way, but I guess we are now.
Oh.
What are we doing?
If you don't want to, you don't have to.
Oh, it's so shameful. It's so shameful.
I don't want to say it. I don't have to.
No, we're in too deep now. I can't leave y'all hanging.
You gotta do it.
I know. Gotta buckle up. So, mine, I try to go by Steph now, but I still stick with my old username just because I'm not creative enough to come up with anything new yet. So online, most of the time, I go by Sayu or Sayu Cakes, and it's just a shortened version of my cringy 13-year-old high school Naruto scene. And it's bad, but I'm not creative enough to find anything new. And so I live with this lie all my life, trying to drag the day I'd have to share the truth with you.
I'm glad you've taken this weight off of you. I really am.
Thank you.
No judgments.
No judgments.
Absolutely not. Not
I'm
in
20
this.
years old, and I still watch things like anime and K-dramas and stuff. But I just come across like I don't. Everybody's always really surprised when like they'll reference something, and I'll understand what they're saying, and they're like, "Wait, you know what I'm talking about?" I'm like, yes, I do.
I know.
Because I was a geeky child like you, like we all were, and I just never left it, and I'm just really good at hiding things.
I'm
an actor. There's a reason I'm an actor, okay?
We've all been there.
Yeah. I just never left.
Right? Same.
The only reason I left is because my attention span got so short, and I was just like, I can't watch an anime series that's like 64 episodes before you get to the real plot. I just can't.
Oh, no, same here. I do the 12-episode ones, because those ones there's actually one show it's really pretty, and the music is gorgeous. It just came out like last week on Netflix. It's called Violet Evergarden, and it's about it's really interesting. It's essentially about veterans trying to adjust to civilian life after the war.
Wow, I'll have to look at that.
And it's done by I'm gonna double check so I don't give the wrong name. I believe it's Kill Annie. I'm not sure. Studio is okay, yeah, I can't pull it up right now. Oh no, it is Kill Annie.
Okay.
So it's the people who've done like Clannad, Heian. They're not coming to my head right now, but yeah. So, but it's really good, and the character writing, the music, the art is absolutely gorgeous. So I totally recommend that one for you guys.
I will check that out.
Do.
All right.
Some people. Wait, I'm just trying to look at these questions. Continue. Actually, never mind.
I saw a good question. The Void Angel a while ago asked if any of us played Dungeons and Dragons.
Ooh, no.
I
I'm confused by that.
I'm sorry.
Here's what
Not
happened.
because like I think anything wrong about it. I just haven't done it.
My friends actually play, and I'm waiting for them to like schedule a game with me. They're supposed to write in or something.
I played for a while in high school, and then after I graduated a year before all of my friends, and so we just never had time to play after they all graduated. But
Yeah.
I've been itching to use my druid again because she's awesome.
I've played a little bit. I'm hoping to get back into it because I love my character I created. He's one of my favorite characters I've created so far. So,
Nice.
It's always sad when you make a really great character and then it's just like you don't have time to meet up with people to use them.
it's true. What was your druid character?
Human druid Amani, who grew up. The world that my DM created was where halflings and gnomes were treated as second-class citizens and almost sometimes hunted. And so her father was a trophy hunter, and she said, "No, f you, I'm gone," and became a druid.
Nice.
Um,
My character, he is a orc ranger. His name is Snack. He has gentle eyes, flowing hair, and a heart of gold. And he has a hummingbird companion, and he loves animals and Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson. I love her.
Okay, so the stream seems to be cutting out, and Riley wants us to kind of stay on topic. I'm so sorry. God, I'm not getting used to that.
you're fine. I saw some questions asking if we could sing.
Oh dear.
I don't know if any. I don't. JC, I don't know if you want to sing. Or
I can, but I have to think about what I would sing, so don't make me go
Same.
first. I had to go
Same.
first last time and I was so nervous.
yeah.
I was
Any
just
song requests? I guess. I mean, like, I could.
I
Hmm.
don't know.
I could do a little something from In the Heights, even though I'm super duper white.
Well, that's fine.
That's my problem with Hamilton, because I love Hamilton, but I'm so white. It's just something that's never going to happen, but I just love it anyway.
Sing our angels of music.
I could do JD's little harmony bit from 17, like the main chorus.
I could try to do Veronica.
We found this out at one of the other streams, is that we don't really sync very well because the timings are really different. So you guys can try, but there's a really high chance that you guys aren't going to sync.
Okay.
Because that's what happened last time.
Okay, maybe not then.
I mean, you were welcome to sing it by yourself as a solo, like for us all to hear, but
Here, let me the key right quick. That's it.
I'm not gonna try to harmonize. This might end up.
Okay.
Fine, you're fine. Let us be 7 if we've still got the right. Oh my god, my voice is so shot. Never mind. Yikes.
Okay.
I really thought I could.
sounded good.
I mean, it's fine. I was just belting like bees earlier because I'm like, I have like a little workout regimen for my voice, if that makes sense. today
It
was
does.
like destroy day. So like my voice just is recovering right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me see if we can do a little something because I can't. I just was singing in the car. In the Heights. This is my street. I smile at the faces I've known all my life. They regard me with pride, and everyone's sweet. They say you're going places. So how can I say that while I was away, I had so much to hide? Hey guys, it's me. The biggest disappointment, you know. The kid couldn't hack it. She's back and she's walking real slow. Welcome home. Just breathe.
Nice.
Oh, so good. Is there anybody else?
I really, no, I would not take a second shot. Maybe another stream or something when I have my voice.
I'm not even sure what to sing. I didn't prep anything, so I don't know. You guys have ideas? I'm not sure. I guess like I'm not the singing voice of Martha, but I could sing kindergarten a piece of Kindergarten Boyfriend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see. Last night I dreamed with wind, flew down into on its back. There he sat and he held out the arm. So we sailed above the gym, across the faculty parking lot. My kindergarten boyfriend and a horse with wings. I'll
Nice.
stop there.
Wow, I really wish I'd done something less ambitious now.
It still sounded good because it's very, very hard to belt. So if you can even make it sound okay, you're doing good.
Thank you.
You can retry if you like.
I mean, it's just here. Let me mute myself and try to figure out my voice. Right?
Okay.
We'll wait for your encore performance.
Okay. We'll see. I'm going to scan the questions and see if there's anything else we can talk while he figures that out. When is the next stream? I know we always do Sundays if there's enough people and some bonus streams through the week, I think, if others are available. But I know Sundays are usually a goal.
Yeah, we kind of just sort of play a lot of them, but yeah, it seems like the Sunday
Yeah.
generally around this time.
Yeah, let's see.
I can try. I'm gonna do the same thing and just try to do it like without not singing for a while.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
Alright, take two, y'all. Take two. Let us be 17. Still got the right. So what's it gonna be? I want to be with you. Da-da-da-da. There's not really a way to continue this without another person, but
Yeah, that's really hard, but that sounded really good.
Thank you.
I could hear somebody typing.
you're absolutely fine. I'm sure it was cut off too.
You can also hear my dog bumping against the desk. Yes, I did.
It sounded really good.
Thank you.
Did.
Yeah.
Well, if you watched, so you get to see me sculpting as a tenor one. So there.
Yeah.
Okay, we're still.
Bittersweet. I always cry when I hear Kindergarten Boyfriend.
Yeah, you're
Thanks,
right.
Bittersweet. Yep.
Katie Bliss was here and asked, would you rather freeze your brain or swallow one McNamara's pills? Question is, would you rather have cold eye or die?
Oh my god. Okay, listen. If they're sleeping pills, one is just going to knock you out for a couple of hours.
Fair. That's fair.
You're right. Actually,
I
when
don't
I
know
just
what to pick then.
oh my god. When we did our production of Heathers, like the last show activity was we got slushies. Like me and my
nice.
we were playing Yeah, my friends were playing Gurt and Ram. We all went to 7-Eleven, got slushies for everyone, and we had to freeze, like, take the biggest amount possible until we got, like, a huge brain freeze, and then try to sing Freeze Your Brain.
Oh god.
That sounds painful. I can't deal.
He slurps the first time, you'd sing up to their slurp, get the biggest brain freeze possible, and then try singing the song. And it was actually the most difficult thing.
Oh my gosh!
Well, I can imagine it because it's like a pain in your head, and like, what are you gonna do? Like, your brain is screaming at you. I mean, JD has magical powers, but like,
Oh yeah.
What would you guys say would be each character's preferred slushie?
Slushy flavor?
Yeah.
the blue one.
Wait, but didn't Veronica in the movie say cherry?
Yes, the line is, did you say cherry or lime? And she gets a cherry one. So
Yes.
Mr. Song.
there
I
you go.
swear to God, if you start birthday, we
I
have to
think
go out.
Kurt and Ram would get the soda flavored slushies.
Yeah, they get the Coke slushies.
Coke is good. Don't belittle Coke slushy like that.
That's
feel like it's-
definitely what their thing would be.
Cocaine slushies.
That sounds good. Now that someone call 7-Eleven. I don't think they thought of that yet.
I think
Just pound that rum and Coke slushie.
Oh my god.
McNamara would get like cherry or
Oh, no.
banana.
I don't know if they have banana slushies.
I've seen banana slushies. Don't ask.
That's a thing.
That
I
sounds
see-
weird.
I can see McNamara